What's up, everybody? How are you guys doing? Welcome to Jrichfits Lifestyle and Health Coaching Corner. We are on episode 30. We've made it all the way at 30, and we're going to keep going. Today's topic is why you should stop lifting for PRs and start lifting for function. First off, what is a PR? A PR, when it comes to lifting, is a personal record. That means how much you can lift in one big movement, one rep max, that type of stuff. Why do we do PRs? First off, when it comes to personal records and how much we can lift, I believe ego is a huge one. You want to lift more than your friend. You want to lift more than the next guy in the gym. You just want to show that you can lift heavy amounts of weight. Ego is huge. Ego, I don't know. Ego to me is good and bad. It's good to have a little bit of it because it'll push you to do things that you normally wouldn't do. It helps motivate others in a certain point. But then, just like anything, if you have too much of something, it's never good for you. And too much of an ego is never good. Especially when it involves lifting mass amounts of weight. It's not good at all. So I think ego is huge when it comes to PRs. It pushes you to do things you normally wouldn't do. It pushes you to do things maybe you shouldn't do. And leads to a lot of unfortunate things I'm going to speak about as we get through this episode. What else? Why do we do PRs? To show off. Most of the time when you're lifting at the gym, if you lifted in a gym where it was just you, you'd probably do the safer route. You wouldn't lift those 20 pounds extra than you're used to lifting, or you wouldn't try these dangerous movements that you're not comfortable doing. But the main reason why we do this is to either show off for the hot man or woman that you always check out at the gym, or they're always checking you out. You're showing off to the next man or woman that can lift a lot, that you think is strong, but you're just trying to show them that you're stronger than them. There's so much ego that involves with the showing off ego aspect. They smash together. I think showing off is huge. That's why we do videos. That's why we make loud noises in the gym. We need the attention to be on us, and we need to show off. That's why we slam the weight as hard as we possibly can after or before the lift. All these stupid things. But I think showing off is a huge reason why people like to do PRs. And then last but not least, the third one is, why do we do PRs? To push our bodies to the limit. This is another thing that's good and bad. We want to know how far we can run, how fast we can run, how much we can lift, how long we can hold our breath, how deep can we dive down into the water. It's okay. I think pushing your body to the limit is good to an extent. You don't want to push it to the limit and the very edge of harming yourself when it comes to serious injury or death. But we do want to push it to a point where we're 1 or 2 steps away. I think that's safe. If you're 3 to 2 to 1 step away from death or severely harming yourself, and neither of those happen, and you get to walk away from something unscathed and feeling good, I'm a big fan of that. But if you know that you're pushing yourself to weight that you can't lift, and you risk huge injury, then I think the reward isn't big enough. What are you going to get out of pushing your body to the complete max if you don't play a professional sport, if you're not a professional lifter, and you're not getting paid for this potential injury? That's always been the big thing to me. Why lift all that weight if the risk to reward factor isn't big enough? You squatting, deadlifting 300, 400, 500 pounds, and then after somebody not handing you a check, or after somebody not sponsoring you in some way or somehow, or even covering your insurance, Why would you do that? Because the reward is somebody to look at you and be like, oh wow, you're strong. That's the fucking reward? That's the worst reward you could fucking possibly get, because it doesn't matter. You shouldn't be lifting for somebody to say, great job, great lift. You should be just lifting to get stronger, to get better. And if you're not somebody that's lifting, like I said, professionally, or playing a sport where being strong matters, football, wrestling, basketball, MMA, all those things, then you're doing it for the wrong fucking reasons. It doesn't make any sense to me why you're doing it. That's why I had to pause. I don't know why the fuck you're doing them. But PRs, if you're not in those avenues, and if you're getting to the point of bad form and possibly really hurting yourself, then there's no reason to do those. And I think that you shouldn't allow your ego, you shouldn't allow showing off, and you shouldn't allow pushing your body to the max of almost injury to be in the vicinity of your thought process to get any of that done. How often should you test your PR? If you're like me and you go to a gym, like a normal gym, I see people doing 1 rep maxes every fucking day. Every day I'm in there, I see somebody looking around with 45s, and all the fucking 45s are gone. Why is that? I'm looking at the squat rack. Somebody's got the bars bending because they have so many 45s. Or I'm going to the leg press machine and somebody's got a house and 3 people standing on top of it. Or the deadlift, if 5 people are deadlifting, they all need 45s. But guess what? Nobody's moving them the right way. Nobody's actually getting them done. They're sitting there puffing and puffing, ready to lift all this weight, putting the smelling salt in their nose, strapping up, turning into a fucking Iron Man by putting the wrist wear and the elbow pads and the heel shoes and all the bullshit, to waste all that time and not fucking lift and not really get the shit done. You did all that and you didn't even get it fucking done. So how often should you be doing this? In my professional opinion, and for somebody that played college football and somebody that has lifted pretty much since the age of 10, 2 times a year. Even when I was playing college football, we would, and we were athletes doing it for a purpose. Maybe we're doing it 3 or 4 times a year. Winter, lifting, spring ball, all that shit. But we weren't doing it that much, because you run the risk of severely hurting yourself every time you go for that PR 1 rep max, because you're putting as much strain on your body as it can possibly handle. And it takes one movement, one curve in your back, one shift from weight being onto your heels to your toes, one looking down instead of looking up, for you to blow a disc out in your back, for you to herniate something down your abdominal line, for you to blow a knee out like that. So when it comes to high-end sports, we're not doing it that much because our strength and conditioning coaches understood this and knew we need you to perform on the field. We don't need you to show off and deadlift 600 to 700 pounds. So my professional advice is, if you're doing PRs 1, 2, 3 times at the max a year, because also you're building your body up for this PR. If I'm doing them, let's say if I'm doing them 3 times a year, that means every 4 months you should check it out. So that means you should bust your ass as hard as you can in that gym, to where you're really pushing, doing functional lifting and doing good reps, quality reps, before you decide to go for that PR. So that means 4 months at a time. I'm building 4 months to do that one. Then I'm building another 4 months to do that other. Then I'm building another 4 months to do the last one of the year. So try to get 3 of those at max in a year. It's like weighing yourself. If you weigh yourself every day, the scales could tip 2 pounds up, 2 pounds down. You're never going to be satisfied. Same thing with lifting. If you're doing a PR on the same lift once every other fucking week, it's not going to be that dramatic. You're not going to see the strength increase the way you want it to. And you're just going to hurt yourself to the point where now instead of taking those 2 to 3 months to build your body up, you're taking those 2 or 3 months to recover just to get back to where you were before you hurt yourself. So there's no big point. I don't see the gain from constantly trying your PRs out. Give yourself 4 months at a time. And that's at the fucking max. If anything, if you're doing it 2 times a year, that means 5 months or 6 months in between. So that would be my personal advice. Is a PR practical? No. If you're following along and you've been listening to anything I've been saying, it is not practical at all. There's no big benefit out of it. There's no huge increase you're going to see out of it. If you're constantly doing PRs and you're not building your muscles up and you're not building your joints and ligaments up, there's not going to be these huge gains. If you try it, give yourself time, build, trust me, the next time you try it, you'll see a huge difference. But if you're constantly doing it to make a video to show how much you can lift or to tell your friends that you can lift X, Y, and Z, the number won't increase the same way it would if you just shut the fuck up and worked your ass off and then showed them 5 months later, 6 months later. So yeah, it is not practical. Are you at higher risk of injuring yourself attempting PRs? Like I said earlier, extremely high risk, because you're putting so much strain on your body. Tell me a time where it's great to put strain on your body and you'll get a max benefit out of it and not hurt yourself. There isn't one. Anytime you're putting high strain on your body where you're increasing your blood pressure, you're holding your breath, you're tightening up your muscles, you're going to get hurt more than not. You're not going to succeed as much as you should. So I think that attempting PRs all the time and trying to show out and buying all these stupid things, and you're fucking wasting money. Anytime I see somebody with these stupid shoes on and these fancy weight belts and these fucking wristbands and all that shit, holy shit, you're wasting so much money for no reason. Lift as much as you can with a flat pair of shoes on and a weight belt at max. You should be lifting more often than not without any of that stuff, because that shows me that you're really lifting. When you start putting everything on, you need all that assistance, you're weakening the shit out of your body, where your core's not going to be as engaged. Your knees aren't going to feel as stable as they would if you took the bare minimum, took less weight on the bars and lifted properly. Instead of putting more weight on the bars, having this fucking stretch suit on that keeps everything inside so you can lift, and then at the end of the day, when a friend of yours needs a refrigerator moved and you don't have all those fucking things, you'll blow your back out because your body wasn't ready to do all that shit. So try to lift with the minimal amount of shit on and decrease the weight. You're still lifting. If you're still religiously lifting every day, I promise you could deadlift 3 bills, 300. I'm promising you could squat over 200. In practicality, you can lift and move a lot of things if you're deadlifting and squatting those types of weights. So don't worry about squatting 500 pounds. When the fuck do you ever have to lift up a cow? There's never a time where a cow's gonna have a broken kneecap and some settler, some Amish dude flags you down while you're driving and says, "Can you help me lift my cow?" Well, fucking, you're in luck, buddy. I could deadlift 800 pounds and squat 5. So it looks like this cow's gonna have no problem. You guys will have your milk and cheese ready by the end of the night. It doesn't work that way. Those things aren't practical. And that's what I'm saying. That's why PR lifting isn't practical at all. Now let's dive outside of that and let's go into what I think is a little bit better for you as the lifter. Experience, new, etc., etc. Functional lifting. What is functional lifting? To me, functional lifting is regimens that involve explosive lifting, explosive movements that increases not only your strength, but your overall body function, mobility. These things are great to me. Like I said, explosive powerlifting, slamming medicine balls, explosive lifting where you're working on a slow decline and explosive press out. Anything to keep your body athletic, functional, explosive, strong. I think these are going to be better for you. We all see the guy at the gym that could lift the gym but couldn't wipe his ass to save his life. The sad part about me seeing these guys over and over and over and over again at the gym is they all take a lot of supplements. They all don't ever stretch. They hold their breath when they're lifting. And these same guys blow their back out and have to get their spines fused together, have heart attacks and strokes because their blood pressure is so high from holding their breath or taking all the illegal supplements that they're taking. They don't ever look healthy. Their fucking skin is redder than the fucking lava. They're just they always end up dying sooner than they should, or being crippled at the end of the day. They waste the golden years of their life in a wheelchair, or crippled, or fucked up, or their kids have to take care of them because this small moment of being the strongest guy in the gym, this small moment of being the baddest guy on the block, none of that shit fucking matters, especially lifting weights. I always tell people this shit all the time. Because you are the strongest guy in the gym does not mean you're the toughest guy in the gym. Because there's some guys out there that are super gangly and small, that know jujitsu, that box, that know mixed martial arts, that would beat the dog shit out of you. You could deadlift 800 pounds and you could squat 500 pounds and bench press 400 pounds. And there'll be a guy out there that can't bench press 125 pounds. But if he punches you in the face or leg kicks you or takes you down to the ground, he will make you his bitch. And that is the tall fucking truth of it all. And that's why I tell people, go for elongation, go for functional movement, go for practicality. And with that being said, why is it better than PR lifting? Less risk of injury. You're not only strengthening big bulky muscle, you're strengthening the small muscle fibers inside your body, your joints, your ligaments. You're building overall strength, core strength, all that good stuff. You're running the risk of not hurting yourself because you're working on function, you're working on form, and you're building from there. When you work on form and function and your body gets used to it, it will naturally want to increase weight. You'll have 225 on deadlifting. And when you're doing it with good form and with good mobility, and your body starts understanding what you're doing, then it becomes easy. Then your brain goes, okay, well, let's add some tens to that. Then that becomes easy. Then you slowly start adding, you slowly start building, and you're working on that overall strength instead of that quick, instant gratification. What else? You become more athletic. Like I just said earlier, the big guy that can lift the house that can't wipe his ass wouldn't last 5 seconds with somebody that's a little more functional, a little bit more mobile, a little more athletic. And at the end of the day, as barbaric as it is when it comes to men especially, it's all about who can kick whose ass. They show off in the gym to scare and intimidate you so you don't ever step up to them, so you don't ever try to fight them. Because they know at the end of the day, that's all that matters. Nobody asks you before they go punch you in the face how much you get bench press. Because it doesn't matter at that point. And it cannot save you at that point. If you decide to do this and they decide to do this, that punch hitting you in the fucking face is going to be way more effective than that bench press that you try to hit them with, or that squat that you're trying to hit them with. If you are big and strong and have no mobility, or you have no fighting skills, you wasted all of your life lifting just to get your ass whooped in this moment. And then guess what you just did? You turned yourself into the biggest, buffest punching bag that the whole world gets to see get knocked out. And that's what you do not want. You do not want to be a big buff guy getting knocked out by some little fucking dude that looks like he should lose a fight and mollywops the dog shit out of you. That should be your biggest fear. If you're a big guy listening to this, you're a big buff guy listening to this, and you think because you can deadlift, squat, or bench all this weight, I know deep down inside that scares the shit out of you. So I would advise you, if you don't have any mobility and you don't have any function or fighting skills, when you go out, don't stick your chest out. When you go out, don't be mugging nobody, because there's some people out there that are not afraid of your body size and will pull your card. And if you cannot show your card when they pull it, then they're going to make a fucking example out of you. So work on your mobility. Then you look better. I'm a guy, so I can only speak on what guys go through all the time. If you take a poll of women and you interview all of them, they're going to say 9 times out of 10, 10 times out of 10, that they like the leaner, more athletic looking guy than the big buff juice head. The juice head doesn't get a lot of love in comparison to the lean, functional, strong guy. That should speak volumes. Unless you don't like the ladies, or unless you had a bad accident growing up and your dick and balls got caught in a wood chipper, we look good for the opposite sex. To show off, to look good, to be strong. And if you know the demographic of women like a more athletic body compared to a buffer, steroid, juice head body, then you're going to want to go towards that. And when it comes to lifting, PR, bulky lifting, that ends up being more the juice head guy. The athletic, functional lifting ends up being the more athletic bodied guy. And if you like pussy, then you'll go towards the athletic body guy and not so much the big bulky juice head dump up. So looking better also helps when it comes to this stuff. How many reps show off true strength? So a lot of people think that the PR is the true strength. 1 rep, show me how much you got. In my opinion, that's like shooting a basketball from half court and making it 1 time. It's not practical. You're never going to do it in a game. Or if you do it in a game, it's 1 to 2 times your whole life that you actually get to shoot from half court. And when you make it, people know it's fucking luck at that type of range. So when it comes to the PR lifting, it's the same exact shit. Not practical. You're never in life going to need to do it. And more often than not, when you get it up, it just looks like luck, or it just looks like you couldn't do it multiple times in a row. And that's, to me, true strength. If you could rep something out 3 times, that to me shows me more of how strong you are than a PR. That means that this strong amount of weight you can knock out for 3 reps. Man, I give it to you. If you could take 500 pounds and hit it 3 times, I'm impressed. I really give a fuck what you can do 1 time, because, like I said, in life, when the call comes to you and you need to perform, when it comes to strength and showing out and helping somebody lift something, you're not just lifting it once. You have to lift it and move it, or you have to lift it multiple times. And to me, I respect that more. So if you were asking me, my opinion, if you're going to show a video next time of you lifting something, give me 3 reps. That shows me your true strength. If it's 1 rep, I don't give a fuck. The mountain that used to be on Game of Thrones just broke some deadlifting record. And to me, I wasn't impressed. I don't care what you can lift 1 time. Chimpanzee, that's probably 1/4 his weight just off of strength could probably lift exactly what he lifted. So it's not that impressive to me. I'm not really just a big fan of it. Like I said, move towards functional. If you take your best athletes, the people that you idolize, the people that make the most money, they are extremely functional. Michael Jordan's, Jerry Rice's, LeBron James, Ray Lewis, all these guys, when you look at their workout regimens, it's all based on weight training, but explosive function. Cone drills, medicine ball slams, hammer slams, running in the sand, working their whole body. These are people that we idolize. These are people that make the majority of the money. The Mountain from Game of Thrones did that deadlifting thing. They don't make money off that shit. People that are in the Olympics that do powerlifting, nobody knows who the fuck they are. Nobody pays attention to them. Also, like I was saying earlier, look at the body types. The Mountain will die in 5 years. That guy looks horrible. You could tell he does every steroid. You could tell he eats every bad meat for you. And he's not going to live long enough to tell his grandkids about this amazing feat that he did. But you take somebody like Michael Jordan, still around. When you look at his body when he was playing basketball, looked like $1 million. Six-packed out, strong, long, lean. Still alive. We'll be able to show and tell his grandkids not only his basketball career, but his workout regimen behind it. And then also if you look at these people, you're noticing this. Their workout regimen is to get ready for something. So you need more reps. You need more function to get ready to do something. I hate people that do the 1 rep max thing and do the small reps because you're not getting ready for anything. This is what you're getting ready for? This one lift? Holy shit, does that seem so fucking boring? To sit in the gym all day and not play a football game, not box, not go play basketball, but to perform in what you're doing. I'm lifting the whole time, so now I'm going to lift. It just seems so boring to me. It seems like there's not enough payout to what you're putting in. And I'm just not a big fan of it. So if you're somebody listening to this, remember, if you go for PRs and you're not ready, you're going to hurt yourself. You're not going to get out of it what you want to get out of it. If you go more towards functional, you'll fall into less injuries. You will look better. You'll feel better. You'll attract the opposite sex better. Man, it just seems like a better life. It's a life I like to lead. And if you pay attention to my Instagram, I'm extremely functional. And it's the best life to lead. So if you're going to do that, just follow my footsteps. Follow my Instagram at jrich.fit. And with that being said, we're done with this episode. We're already on that 30-minute mark. Thank you guys very much for listening to me rant and get people out of the bullshit. And don't do one rep PRs. Work on functional lifting. If you're going to do heavy stuff, show me those 3 reps. And then have a good day. Remember, leave comments. Ask questions. I'm here to answer for you. If you need something to help you get into that functional state of mind, my shakes are out there. They're booming. They're a holistic smoothie that is made for breakfast or lunch to help with your overall body, get your digestive system working, give you energy, make your skin look better, get your body moving better, become a more functional athlete off of Jake Shakes. With that, have a great day. Get out of here. Go work out. Go inspire somebody. Get a hold of a loved one. Let them know you love them. Have a great day. I'll see you guys again next time. Peace.